I've got the looks that drives a girl wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I said chill, up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. SummerSlam 2015 review, just getting off the air on the WWE Network. Overall, it was a pretty good show. I enjoyed myself. It seems like WWE is getting a little better with booking and the idea behind some of these matches. The actual storylines and all that is still kind of got a lot to desire. Where do you go from here? The natural setup, progression of stuff. Once again, started off with Randy Orton versus Sheamus. There was no pre-show match. As we're watching the pre-show, it's like, okay, they're going to give no time to this because the tag titles Fatal 4-Way was advertised as a pre-show match. As the pre-show went on, it's like, okay, we're going to have this match. And they finally was like, well, they moved it to the card. So, oh, okay. You know, I want to say Renee Young and Corey Graves should be the only two people doing the kickoff show stuff. Get rid of Booker, get rid of Byron Saxton. Alright, first match, just like Battleground again, we had Randy Orton versus Sheamus. 12-minute match, I gave it 2.5 stars with Sheamus getting the victory. I think Sheamus needs to get rid of the little braids and the nose ring and all that garbage. And that little briefcase he has, he needs to do something with it and not be world champion. But having Randy get the win in his hometown of St. Louis and now having Sheamus get the win here, where they go with this feud, I don't know if they continue at Night of Champions or if they just forget it. Obviously, you would like the idea maybe would be have a Night of Champions for the briefcase. It would only make sense, but I don't know what they're going to do with that. So see what I'm going forward with Sheamus getting the victory there. Then we have the tag titles on the line in the Fatal 4-Way. We have Champions Primetime Players versus Los Matadores versus the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. Wow. One of the best matches of the night. One of the best matches of the weekend. Yeah, this is probably the best tag match WWE's had in a long time. I think it was better than the pre-show tag titles at WrestleMania. Quite a few spots here, just, you know, move after move after spot. Just great to see Lucha Dragons looking good. Even Los Matadores look good in this, I thought. Having the New Day get the victory, having them pin, having Kofi pin, I think it was Kofi that got the pin. I didn't write it down. I think it was Kofi pinning one of the Los Matadores, so the Primetime did not get pinned. But just the freaking dance that the New Day did, having freaking Big E doing this kind of just shaking his, you know, chest. It's like, oh my god, it was the funniest thing you've ever seen. If you hadn't seen it, you've got to look it up and take a look at it. So yeah, New Day looking good there, getting victory. Obviously, this will go on. Rematch. New Day in prime time. Lucha Dragons, I'd love to see them with the tag title soon. So it was about a 12-minute match. I gave it 3 3/4. So I thought it was really good. It's one of the best matches, tag matches in a long time. Next we had Dolph Ziggler with Lana versus Rusev with Summer Rae. Really nothing special here. You know, it lasted 12 minutes. Overall, it was good. Just, you know, Dolph doing his stuff, Rusev doing his stuff. You know, the Divas got involved a little with each other. I believe at one point Lana slapped Summer Rae, and she attacked her, and just, yeah, it ended it funky, you know. I gave it 3 stars for the actual match quality. It would have been a little bit better, but it was a double count out. It's like, it was just random. I mean, so no winner there, double count out. So next we had the kind of, I don't know, the battle in Brooklyn, we're calling it. We had Steven Amell and Neville teaming up versus Stardust and King Barrett. So we had the Green Arrow and the Man that Gravity Forgot versus the Prince of Dark Matter and the Cosmic King. So the Cosmic King and the Prince of Dark Matter versus the Green Arrow and the Man that Gravity Forgot. This was actually entertaining. The Green Arrow, Steven Amell. Oh wow, Amell or whatever his name is. he can actually wrestle a little bit. He did some, a couple moves, took some spots. He did this jump over King Barrett, which was very impressive. Took some shots, got some looks in. I mean, it looked good, didn't look stupid. It looked like he belonged in a wrestling ring. Stephen Amell and Neville getting the win. Neville pinned Barrett. So obviously that feud's going to continue. I actually gave it 2 3/4 stars. It was about 8 minutes long. So it wasn't, short, but, really short, but it was doable. I mean, a few more minutes probably wouldn't have done much to it. So that was actually pretty good. Surprisingly enough. So I don't know if they carry that on with Stardust and Stephen Amell or what they do. But look at that, maybe going somewhere in the future, who knows. One thing I did forget to mention at the very beginning, the host, Jon Stewart, comes out. Was talking about the main event a little bit. I mean, he's the Undertaker guy. Obviously my shirt, so am I. And then he calls out his buddy Mick Foley, Big Papa Mick Foley, and Mick was like, yeah, when you called me, I didn't understand what you're saying, and I thought you said you need help with The Rock. With Rock. He's like, no, I said I need help with Barack. He's like, I didn't hear the B, and if I would have heard the B, I'd have told you, no, I'm not helping you. So they played it up like Jon Stewart was going to have an issue with Brock Lesnar, and then Mick Foley and Jon Stewart leave the ring. It's like random. And then we had 2 more instances we seen Jon Stewart, which was totally made no sense. One instant he was backstage and he goes to Brock Lesnar's locker room to confront Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman come out, and the two of them had a little exchange, and Jon Stewart was telling Heyman that it was stupid that Lesnar won at beat Taker's streak at Mania, that it wasn't right, and the wrestling fans didn't like it because he's a wrestling fan. And then Lesnar Heyman laughed at him, and Heyman went back in the dressing room. Next on the card, we had the IC title on the line. We had Big Show versus The Miz versus Ryback. 5 minutes of my life I will never get back. Bad. Bad as I thought it would be. Ryback coming out wearing a blue shirt over his red and green trunks with black armbands with orange R's on it. So basically he is the 7-year-old created character on WWE 2K16. Exactly what Ryback is. He's what a 7-year-old would create when you create a character on SmackDown vs. Raw or on Raw 2K16. That's the created character. That's Ryback. Big muscles, can't wrestle, stupid colors. And then you had Miz coming out wearing this, I don't know what kind of garbage. This looked like a hoodie with one arm, and it was just like a dress, and I don't know. He's supposed to be this big movie star that he's really not. And Big Show was like a road sign. Yeah, it was bad, and the match wasn't any better. It's as bad as I thought it would be. Ryback retaining the title. That's all I want to say about that. Next, we had the feud 2 months in the making here. We had Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns needs to get a new gimmick. Him being the Shield still, coming through the crowd, same music, same gear. Him and Dean Ambrose. I'm sorry, but Roman Reigns needs wrestling attire, and Dean Ambrose needs to get out of the freaking jeans and wear actually trunks. Just saying. But obviously the Wyatt entrance and all the lights and everything is as crazy as can be. Really nothing overly special here. Nothing major happened. Lasted about 11 minutes. I actually gave it 2 3/4 stars. These guys are talented. There was a lot of moves with Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt doing his thing. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns getting the win here. Where this goes, I never know. At one point toward the end, it looked like Ambrose wanted to turn on Roman Reigns, or we just wanted that to happen. We were looking for it to happen, and obviously nothing happened. So we'll see where this goes. I still think it'll go somewhere. I still think eventually, maybe it's Survivor Series, there'll be a 3-on-3 with Sting joining Ambrose and Reigns, and then adding somebody to the Wyatt family, like a Bo Dallas, or even Eric Rowan when he comes back. So Ambrose and Reigns getting the victory there. Next we had probably the match of the night, which a lot of people thought it would be. I was one of them. Title versus title. U.S. Champion John Cena versus World Champion Seth Rollins. A very good match. A very good worked match with these two guys. Obviously, what they did at Rumble in a triple threat with Lesnar. What Rollins did at Mania with the triple threat with Lesnar and Reigns. And everything that Rollins has done with Ambrose and what Cena's done with the U.S. title. You had all that kind of wrapped into one. When you get a guy like a John Cena who wrestles to the level of his opponent, and his opponent is that good as Seth Rollins. One side note, Seth Rollins came out went all white with lined, like his muscles were outlined in gold. I thought it looked badass. If he would have had the IC title, it would look even more badass. But having Seth Rollins, who's heel, wearing all white, and John Cena wearing black trunks, and he's face, the crowd was just anti-Cena. Obviously, being in Brooklyn, being in New York, John Cena from Boston, instant heel. Seth Rollins getting more of the face of the match. Great match. It went 19 minutes. I ended up giving it a 3 3/4. If it wasn't for the ending, I think it would have been a 4-star match, if not above. What I mean by that, we had, after, Seth Rollins pulling everything out, Phoenix, Buckle Bomb, Ziggler, everything he pulled out. Cena hitting all his moves, Rollins hitting the AA on Cena, which actually looked legit. Going for the pedigree, missing. Jon Stewart comes out, the host of WrestleMania, or host of SummerSlam, with a chair. Gets in the ring. He looks at Seth Rollins. And we're going to stop there to say this. We go back in time. There was a exchange between Jon Stewart and Seth Rollins. Not that long ago. This year, matter of fact. Where Jon Stewart said he couldn't stand Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins said he couldn't stand Jon Stewart. Okay. Note that. Well, let's move forward. 8:30. So this match started at 8:05. So 8:23 Central Standard Time. Jon Stewart comes out with a chair. He looks at Seth Rollins. He looks at John Cena. So you just knew he's hitting Seth Rollins. Nope. Jon Stewart hits John Cena in the gut with a chair. The referee gets knocked out right before this, mind you. I forgot that little detail. Referee's knocked out, laying on the outside of the ring. Jon Stewart comes out, inserts himself, hits John Cena with the chair. Very indecisive at first. Am I going to hit you? Am I going to hit you? Am I going to hit you? Am I going to... Boop, and hits him. Okay, whatever. Throws the chair on the thing. Helps Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins pedigrees John Cena on the chair, which was a horrible pedigree, mind you. Pedigrees him on the chair, pins him. By this time, the referee comes in. Seth Rollins already threw the chair out, so you couldn't see the evidence. Counts 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins, still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins, the new United States Champion. First time since the Ultimate Warrior held the IC title and the World title that one man has held both the World title and a mid-card title. Very impressive. With the help of Jon Stewart. Like I said, match was great. That ending ruined it. It hurt it for me. But Seth Rollins getting the victory here, holding 2 titles. We'll see what happens on Raw. We'll see what happens with Cena ended up getting kneed in the face. Cena got cut open a little bit, so we'll see how his nose is doing after getting kneed in the face. So, Seth Rollins getting the victory there. Next, we had the three-team elimination tag for the Divas. We had the Bellas, Nikki, Brie, and Alicia Foxy versus Team Bad, we had Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamara versus the submission sorority, Charlotte, Paige, Becky Lynch. Obviously, Sasha coming off of the match with Bayley in NXT, one of the greatest Divas matches ever. One of the greatest matches of the weekend of the two shows. Probably number one of the two shows. Match was alright. Obviously, once one person got eliminated, the whole entire team got eliminated. So you knew, probably Team Bad would be the first eliminated, which they were. 7 minutes in, Brie pins Tamara, eliminate Team Bad. Another 9 minutes later, we had Becky Lynch pinning, which was kind of surprising, pinning Brie Bella, and for PCB, or submission sorority, winning the match. The Divas look good. Really, in a kind of a cluster like this, it's hard to really shine like some of these Divas can. But we see what Bayley and Sasha Banks did on NXT. Going forward, Paige, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, they're going to just, those 4 Divas was just going to, raise the bar of the Divas. Obviously seeing what Bayley can do and what these 4 can do. The revolution has begun, and hopefully Night of Champions, one of these 4 will be your new Women's Champion. Sub-main, another match that I said in the pre-show I thought would deliver. We had Cesaro versus Kevin Owens, and yeah, this was a great match. Back and forth, just both of them just going crazy the whole time. 14 minutes, could get a little more time, we thought. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. So great match. Them pulling everything out, just trying to kill it. Basically trying to take each other out. Spots and this and that, and just everything Owens does, everything Cesaro does. Cesaro hit all the moves. His cannonball hit, everything. Cesaro both of them did dives out of the ring onto their opponents. Cesaro did the swing on Kevin Owens. Not much more you could ask for in a match between these two. Kevin Owens getting the victory, which was good to see. Kind of seems like he's been up and down here lately with everything. With winning versus John Cena at Chamber, and then losing 2 straight to John Cena, and losing twice to Finn Balor. Now he's getting the victory over Cesaro. So we'll see where this goes. Love to see this with an IC title on it. Get the title off of a Ryback and put it on one of these guys. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens from here going forward. But Kevin Owens getting the victory. The main event. The match, 14 months in the making. I was there at WrestleMania 30 when Lesnar beat Taker. I remember watching the 21-1 go up and just devastated, going, just like in awe of what was going on. Here we are, fast forward 14 months, 15 months, whatever it's been. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Yeah, exactly what he thought it would be. A 18-minute match, which was surprising. We had 5 suplexes. We had 3 F5s. We had 2 tombstones. We had Hell's Gates. We had Kimura clutches, whatever the hell they're called. We had just brawl. We had Brock Lesnar getting cut real bad above the eye. Him sweating so much he washed the blood off his face. We had a little bit of everything in this match. We had the first time that I've ever seen in wrestling history. We had a timekeeper take it upon himself to ring the bell without the referee calling for the bell. If you haven't seen this, you're like, what? Yes. Brock Lesnar had The Undertaker in the Kimura clutch. We had Brock's shoulders down. The referee was looking for that. The referee did a 1 count. And about that, you had Taker going like this on the side. I'm guessing the timekeeper seen it. Timekeeper rang the bell. Charles Robinson, the little Nate, went straight to the, what are you doing? I didn't call for the bell. That was only a 1 count. I didn't see you with this, blah, 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 blah. So he restarts the match. We have Undertaker hooking Hell's Gate on Brock Lesnar. We have him just locking it in. We have the referee talking, looking at him, asking him, ask him. We get this from Brock Lesnar to the Undertaker right in his face. And he kind of falls to the left a little bit, and kind of the referee ended up calling it. We have the Undertaker winning by submission after tapping out when only the Timekeeper seen it. We see the replay later. You do see his hand tap. Obviously, how many times have things like that happened where the referee didn't see it but other people did, the camera did, but yet we've never had a Timekeeper ring the bell. WWE needs to stop trying to protect things. They need to let things, book it, let it be the way that you book it. Period. You don't have to protect every wrestler. A wrestler can lose. It's okay to lose without shenanigans tied to it. It's more legit that way. So, a lot more questions about where things go. We're 1 month away from Night of Champions, September 20th. Obviously, where does the Taker Lesnar go? Where does Seth Rollins, John Cena, who's in the world title match? All the titles are on the line. Since Seth Rollins had 2 matches. Does John Cena get a rematch? Does Seth Rollins have the U.S. Open Challenge? So many questions. Hopefully we get answers on Raw. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, the YouTube leader in sports channels. Oh, by the way, I give the entire show a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching.
If you close your eyes, your life, and make the truth reveal. Dreams you never lived, and scars never healed. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side.